Hi there. I don't know what day it is. And I am in Bayonne, and it's pretty nice here. It's kind of hot, even though it's only like 24 degrees. It's really humid. And we woke up this morning in Saint-Jean-de-Luz. Yesterday was a really amazing day, super fun. We were in the ocean a lot, and the weird holiday park we were staying in had a pool and steam room and sauna and hot tub, so we were in the water a lot. But we also took the bus into the city center, which was about 5 kilometers from where we were. And I think I mentioned in the last video that it was the Festival of Saint-Jean-de-Luz, like the saint. And so we went in, and it was just like wild, good fun down in city center. We were there through the afternoon, so probably for about 3 hours in like 3 o'clock till about 6 o'clock or so, which was a perfect time. People were still happy. I don't know if I'd want to be there at 3 a.m. It would probably be pretty wild. Everyone, the Basque folks, wear black in Saint-Jean-de-Luz with a little red kerchief, which was interesting. I mean, the crowd was just a sea of black with the red kerchief, and people just crowding the streets, music, bands playing, lots of regional specialties that they were serving at little booths as we wandered through the city. And we went into the cathedral there, which was the Cathedral of Saint-Jean-le-Baptiste, and it was one of the more interesting churches I've ever been into. It had a ship hanging from the ceiling. This may be represented, apparently, King Louis XIV was married in Saint-Jean-de-Luz, so they have like a palace there, and I'm assuming he was married in the basilica. I need to read up on it, but just a really interesting basilica, and it had this tiny little crucifix in the middle of a gigantic, super ornate altarpiece in behind the altar, and it was probably solid gold. So we lit some candles there. Today we took the bus, so there's like a little bus that just shoots you through a few cities, and we landed in Bayonne, and there's still a network here for pilgrims, and we still count ourselves as pilgrims. We have our little passports, and the pilgrim albergue was full, and we found another one online. It's a dicastery, I think is the word that I might use for it. It's like a place where probably it was a monastery or convent or something along those lines. And we showed up at their door, and they said, "Oh, we don't do that anymore. And in fact, we're closing in 8 days." So they've sold themselves to the municipality, and it's turning into subsidized housing. But they opened a little tiny safe and pulled out an envelope that said SOS Chambre. So it was the emergency room, and they gave us the emergency room, and there's breakfast in the morning, and it's really beautiful. We're overlooking like a little park, and down below there's chickens and a rooster and some beautiful flowers and gardens, as there has been all over the place, and this nice little patio. It's really small, but a little veranda that we can sit out on. We went in kind of into the old town of Bayonne, and it's quite lovely. We wanted to visit the cathedral, and it was supposed to be open, but it never opened. There was this big crowd of people waiting to get in, and maybe if we'd gone back a little bit later it was going to be open, but there was no guarantee, and we kind of stopped and had a bite to eat. And now we're both feeling a little bit tired. Tomorrow we might change to the other albergue, simply because it's a little bit more central. And hopefully on Tuesday the car will be ready, although I'm not counting on it. Wednesday is probably more likely. Once we pick up the car, we are going to head to a little town close to Ariège and spend the evening with some of Jean-Dominique's family, his cousin and his aunt, and then make our way up to Nancy in the north southeast corner of the country. So we're covering about 1,700 kilometers doing that little route. Things are good. Miss you, love you, wish you were here.